gentlemen, welcome back to the LRS Prototype Series. We're here for round 2 for the Nippon Prototype race at Autopolis. Currently looking at the standings for LMP1, we have Linson first, Zach is second, Shining third, Danny fourth, and Audi in fifth after a lot of incidents with the Porsches. And for the LMP3, however, we have Purple first, Ellie second, Dorn third, Blue fourth, and Reina in fifth. Of course, with a bunch of other drivers underneath there with no points. But we'll see if they can get themselves some points here. It's about to get ready and watch that race. Keep an eye out for the other races, those being the 200 kilometers of Interlagos and the Bahrain night race. Those being very, very interesting and very long, as we have done testing on there. And I'm very curious of how those will go. So keep an eye out on those races. About to get ready and look at the qualifying session here at Autopolis. I'm going to be taking a look at the one of Shiny driving around Autopolis here. One of my favorite circuits ever. One of my all-time favorite circuits. I would say third favorite? No, second favorite. Daytona is my third favorite ever. And Spa-Francorchamps is my all-time favorite. But Autopolis is my second. Also looking at Renacci right here, another driver that also partakes within Prototype. Excuse me, but I'm very tired, so I've literally beforehand I did Daytona. I'm doing this all in one session, so if I'll be super quiet, not only am I enjoying the race, but I'm also very tired. So y'all have to excuse me for this. And that's all because the Assetto Corsa was buggy, so things had to be rerun. But now the standings won't be changed. Hopefully, if Assetto Corsa works for me this time. Either way, Shiny starting off her lap. Of course, she is driving a Toyota, so seeing that up front will be really nice for the crowd here. Either way, we're looking at Miu right now, the driver who came from Bahrain and is now here with us in Japan. And she raced, of course, in Bahrain in Formula. Ended up in 15. Of course, had a big incident with all the other drivers. And even took herself out by sheer accident. And, well, that was very much a bummer right there. But that is pretty much MTL session, or Miu session over there. Ellie, another driver that we're looking at right here, was also in Bahrain for the GT race. So Ellie was racing along with all the others, and she actually ended up very well. She ended up in a good result. Ended up 6th in the standings. Ahead of all the other Lamborghini drivers like Metro and Shiny. And speaking about Shiny, fastest time currently with a 1:33.601 is we're looking at Danny Allister. Another driver in GT. Of course, he was also in Bahrain. Last of these drivers come from Bahrain because Bahrain had both Formula and Prototype, or had Formula and GT. ran at the same position the same day. So a lot of these drivers are coming from there. Either way, also yeah, Danny Allison now with the fastest time of the 133.228. Um, Danny also had a very alright result at Bahrain as he also came from there, and the fifth, right behind Jimmy, or right behind JKR, who was in fourth, and Jimmy Fuego who was in third. Those two are also other drivers. Of course, JKR racing a stock car, and Jimmy Fuego racing a Formula, and Danny Allister, of course, here with us in prototype. As you look at Zach cross the line, and this might not be a good day here for the Audi drivers, as they are far off the pace compared to the Porsche drivers. So we might see a little bit of a change here, as we're looking at Ellie getting her run here, shining out with a fast level for 132.827 in front of the Japanese crowd. That will definitely make everyone else happy. Reina, another driver, of course, had a very terrible race at Bahrain, ended up 19th. Purple, who races in stock car. Purple actually got second. Extasia took first, and Extasia races in GT of stock car. Purple got second in their second race, and that's a really cool thingy to see. It's a really cool thing to see. Meanwhile, we also have KL6. KL6 ended up, he was racing in stock car, and he ended up in 10th, so he did get himself a point. Really nice thing to see. Violet Sky from the GT took a race win at Bahrain. So we went from rookie to rookie. Literally, rookie in Mugello, rookie in Bahrain. And I wouldn't be surprised if we have a rookie at, what's it called? Watkins Glen. Or Daytona, excuse me, not Watkins Glen. We go to Daytona first. And then I think we'll go to Watkins Glen in GT. Either way, Reina also, yeah, not a great run here. But prototype makes it a different story. Reina did end up in the points, or just out of no, Reina did make it in the points, excuse me. So we have Zach trying to get ahead of the LMP3 car. Just to get that run in, he knows he has to speed up here today and get there with all the other drivers. And Autopolis is a very technical circuit. That's what I meant to say. Couldn't think of the word, but it is a very technical circuit. Dori Kodo getting the fastest time in LMP3. And speaking about Dori Kodo, in his stock car race, he ended up in 6th. So he also got himself some points. So it has been an alright season for the entire LMP3 field. And for the LMP1 field, Audi didn't have a great race in GT. He ended up in 18th, so he had a horrible race. Danny Allison, however, in oh yeah, he raced in GT. Yeah, GT he also had an alright run. Linz in Formula, however, which is also from the same place. I swear to God, it had to be like a party inside of that play when everyone was like, "Hey, are you also going to Japan? Hey, you go to Japan? Hey, Japan!" I bet like that has been a party over there. Linz ended up 7th in the Formula race. So now here, and that looks like it's Purple who is beached over there. And that's going to be a big problem with this race too, because there's a lot of sand pits here. So lots of cars have a big shot and a big chance of getting beached. Luckily, Purple, they get sent back to the pits, and we didn't have a situation where like somebody would stand still in the middle of the track for the entire race or for the entire qualifying. That'll be annoying. Hopefully, it'll be the same way with the race, where like whoever just like gets off or stands still just gets sent back to the pits immediately, instead of staying there and ruining the entire race. But so far, looking so good, or looking so good so far for these drivers, especially for Chaos 6. Well, Chaos 6 is not having a great day, but he is doing solid so far. And I think Purple is going to stay inside the pits, which is a bummer, but I don't think you should worry that much because he's already in second with Dorkoto in pole position here. So we have less than half a minute remaining. Time is ticking. And so this is the BD final lap. This is the BD lap for many drivers, including the 18 here of Miyu, who was all the way in 12. And let's see if Miyu could skyrocket that 18 into possibly top 3. Looking at the pole sitter so far, not even bothered in the slightest bit. With Chaos 6 going in second. Again, not bothered in the slightest bit. This qualifying session here comes to an end. And Purple into the pits. And Dorikoto also about to cross the line in a bit. So far, it is looking very, very solid for the Porsche drivers. And the Audi drivers are really struggling here. All the Polos. And meanwhile, the Toyota is shining like a diamond here at all the Polos, especially in front of the Japanese crowd. It is a dream come true right here. Look at Zach about to cross the line. Any improvements? There's a big improvement, but not big enough to get ahead of Linz or even any of the Porsches. So this might be a very solid race for the Porsches and for the Toyota. Unless the Audi could have an insane amount of speed. The Audis are fast on the straights, but when it comes to the turns, that's when they get a bit iffy. And for the Toyotas and the Porsches, it's the opposite. They're not that great on the straights, but when it comes to turns, they are solid. Looking at Renacci crossing the line. Let's see if Reina will push down the 13 of Purple. No improvement. How about Blue? No improvement. Making that. The qualifying session here is Shiny, Denny, Artie, Linz, Zach, LMP1. I'm going with Dory, Chaos 6, Purple, Reina, and Blue, LMP3. It's about to get ready, and we're going 43 laps green here at Autopolis for the Nippon prototype race. And Shiny skyrocketing ahead of everyone else. The turn 1. Hopefully nobody gets pushed out so soon. Already getting closer to Denny Alliser. Tries to take that spot away from him. And Denny's not going to tolerate this in the slightest. A Shiny pulling away like crazy here. Onto the down section. Onto the downhill part of the hairpin. And Shiny was pulling away like crazy. Meanwhile, the Porsches are close to each other. They're close to the almost at the Ferrari or Lamborghini, the Toyota of Shiny, really close to them. Oh, Reinachi almost lost the car there. Had to slip and correct that car. Oy, that got really scary over there. Same story for Ellie over there, I think, because Ellie also went pretty slow there. Meanwhile, Final Sky Me back into battling again at the back over there. Oh, Danny getting really close to Artie. Of course, I don't think he wants to push him down in any way, shape, or form. That'll be a horrible thing to see. Especially if you're higher up or big investors of Porsche, and you just see these two running each other off. Yeah, that's not a great thing to look at. Now, Danny Allister even closer to Artie right now. And Artie also pretty close to Shiny, so it is really a free driver battle. And this is what I love. Now, Danny on the inside. Lap 3. 40 more laps to go. I know, it sounds like, wow, cool, 40 more laps, but like, it's gonna be 40 laps. Oi, 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 a little bit of contact over there. And I think that's tire marks from Purple during the qualifying session, who luckily got the car fixed in time and is now in the race a second. Lap 4. Danny Elsa getting closer. And these two are still doing. If this is gonna be the entire race of Danny Elsa versus Artie, I'll love it. I would love it to bits. I would love it to smithereens. Dori Kodo still in the lead. And Purple's not that far away either. Side to side, Valencia and Elias. Violet does get ahead of Valley, and now Violet trying to get ahead of Reina right here. Let's see if the 94 could do it. Well, never mind, as the 93 is fighting the 94 like crazy right now. Oh, so Violet almost lost it right there. Slipped it, went left, right, swerved around and drifted, but got the car under control. Oi, 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 safe server Ellie. Is that oil over there? Hello? Is it raining? Is it starting to rain? Why is everyone slip sliding all over the block? Well, definitely Miu did, because Miu's out of the race. Miu is still standing still here. Beached that LMP3. And that is done deal for the 18 right there. Oi, oi, oi. We're not even into the first section of the... Good Christ. People, this is the first half of the race. Why are we doing this already? Why so aggressive? Alright, well, Mio into the pits, and there goes her entire race. Done deal. Looking at the race winner of Daytona, currently in fourth, and that is none other than Linz, the 23, who is all the way in fourth out of at the moment, and Zach not that far away from him either. He is close to the Porsche, but he is not in a very, very fast position at the moment. He's struggling more so than anything. No! The LMP3 and the LMP1 make contact. Now, Zach gets ahead, and Danny Allister proceeds to beach his vehicle right here. Audi now also getting ahead, and now the Audis are ahead of the Porsches. And Danny Allister's race completely done deal. Now Shiny's first place might be in question, as the Audis are now up front here. As Danny Allister comes out of the pit, and he is now all the way down to fifth, so far behind the field. It is insane. Very unfortunate how this happened. But now the Audis have a chance. The Audi boys will try to charge. Oh, two of the LMP3 cars getting set aside. Now Audi getting ahead of Linz. And he spears that Porsche ahead of those two LMP3 cars. As they're still duking it out, it is Renaucci and Violet Sky going one against one. Meanwhile, the LMP1 of Linz is ahead, and Audi's gonna hunt down Zach right now. And you see that 11 charging like a mofo right here. Gas on the inside over there. Beautiful move. already getting ahead of. I can identify who that is. That is Miyu, I think. No, that was Dorikoto. That was a 24. It's Dorikoto who he gets ahead of, and now Lin's also getting ahead of Dorikoto. Now Lin's trying to hunt down Artie, but the Audis are not good here on Autopolis, as we have seen in the qualifying session. But Linz could try to prove us wrong, and I would like to see him try to prove us wrong, as we're looking at KL6 right here. Currently in third, not that far away from purple. Excuse me. KL6 behind purple. He could try to go for an overtake any second. Meanwhile, Linz trying to overtake Artie. And Danielle is just slowly but surely coming over to the LMP1 field. It takes time, but he will get there. As Violet is close to Reina, they try to go for an overtake soon. Now Linz closer to Arnie than ever. And Reina side to side with Violet Sky. Violet Sky gets ahead of the 44. Oh, Linz a little bit of a lock up there. But Linz does have the car under control. lots of tire marks over there. That's mostly from the driver that went off over there. And that section is a really tricky one, so I did not blame them. That section even got me messed up when I was driving here on my free time. And Linz side to side with Artie. Oh, it doesn't get really close. Now on the inside, Linz gets. How's Artie going to do it? They're still side to side. Into the next third. Oh, Jesus. Artie putting on insane defense. Now Linz trying to go on the inside here. Artie went a bit on the grass. Get the fuck away with this LMP3. Hold on, hold on. I want to watch this battle real quick. Skipping out on this battle here. Side to side. Now Artie on the outside. Oh, goes really wide. Too wide. Way too wide. And now Linz has that spot away. Oi, 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 oi. What a battle. It got so heated to the point that now both of the Audi boys are in the lead or ahead of the Porsches. It's not a great thing to see. Get back at the LMP3 now. Sorry, I had to take control of that camera for a second because it made me so mad. Either way, the 10-lap race report. I sincerely apologize. I just realized it was lap 13. Either way, we have 30 more laps remaining. Let's look at the 10-lap race report. As we see, we have, of course, Zach gathering 3 positions. And Miyu, who is in the pit so far? Did Miyu crash? No clue. Hopefully it's just simply a pit stop or something, even something else. Either way, Zach now in second gathered himself 3 positions and Miyu comes out of the pits. Zach gathered himself 3 positions. Got ahead of Danny, Artie, and Linz. And now it's trying to hunt down Shiny. And we also have Linz in third, Zach in second, Arnie, who started along with Danny up front in the 2-3, all the way down in 4-5 at the moment. And that's due to Danny Elliser, who hit one of the LMP3 cars and spun out, and Arnie was also involved in that. Hence why now the Porsche driver or the Audi drivers are so close, and now the Porsche drivers are far behind. But I don't think all hope is lost for the Porsches. I think they still have a chance in the latter half of the race. So I do expect Audi to, one thing I'll definitely predict, I'll say that in a second either way. But the LMP3 class has seen a lot of changing too. Of course, me, who dropped all the way down, got pitted twice, or well, not already pitted, got DNF twice, sent back to the pits, and spun out or crashed or beached. Sent back to the pits and is now out again. Purple in second, doing all right, and meanwhile, Violet Sky been overtaking people here and there, and also overtook Bernacki, now trying to hunt down Blue the Demon next, as we're looking at him on the live race screen. And KL6 is also going to be one of Blue's targets. Meanwhile, KL6 is trying to hunt down Purple, and Purple's currently in his own race as Dorikoto is over 3.5 seconds ahead of him. Now, my predictions for the upcoming laps until lap 20. I would say Audi going against the Audis, and I would predict also the Audis pitting, or possibly the Porsches pitting. The other thing I would also predict, excuse me, the other things I'll also predict is Blue getting ahead of KL6 and Dorikoto pitting. those are my predictions for the upcoming few laps. So we'll find out about that, and we'll be doing this again in lap 20. Looking back at the race, and we saw Purple have a little bit of a lockup. And we see Lynn's getting ahead of all the LMP3 cars. Uy, those guys are very far in the outer over there. Don't go off just to try to overtake. Oh, Jesus. You did see Lynn's go a bit sideways there for a second. He does not care about any of these LMP3 cars. He just wants to get ahead and finish the race. And it is a nice sunset here in Autopolis. Just know that Autopolis does not really have any stage lights. So when it gets dark, it gets dark. Like dark, like capital D dark. That's how dark it gets here. So these drivers will be racing in pitch black because Autopolis, of course, does not have stadium lights. Or they did not have like lights for the racetrack. They don't have those here in Autopolis. So these guys will be racing at night if the sun sets, which will be funny as hell to watch. As KL6 go sideways there for a second, trying to give some space to Artie to get ahead. But Artie himself also almost spawned out, I think, a couple turns beforehand. Looking at Blue the Demon so far. We'll have Shiny going to lap 17 as Shiny's been racing her own race so far. And everyone already over 10 seconds. Everyone has a 10-second gap, like at least 10-second gap from each other. This is the most split I've ever seen this class. This is the most split I've ever seen LMP1 in prototype. Oh, Blue the Demon. Oi, oi, oi. Almost lost that car over there. And now this could give Violet Sky a chance to turn that 10th into a 9th. That was insane. You saw Blue having a little bit of issue on the car. Like he locked up and then he almost spun out and flipped the car. But he had the car under control. That's the most impressive thing. Let's see if Violet Sky could get ahead of the 25. And I also want to talk about a different series, of course, for all the other drivers. Starting off with Shiny. Shiny, of course, racing with the now in prototype with the Toyota, but also in the GT with Lamborghini. So she has been doing two things. Of course, she also came from Bahrain with a boatload of other drivers, including Zach, who also drove Bahrain for the Formula race. Um, as I said, that plane must have been like a party plane. Swear to God. Either way, Zach also raced in Formula with the McLaren livery. Well, with the livery that looks like the McLaren from 1989 or 88, one of those. And the Formula cars are all the same, pretty much. So they're all driver minority. But the livery is, of course, different. So that's what Zach has been driving with the 43. Lintz, of course, he has been racing in Formula also. And he's been racing with the Cyanide livery. The same one, the classic one that he always drives with. Audi, of course, racing in prototype, but also in GT. He races in BMW in GT. Oi. Got real scary over there. Reina and Violet side to side. I'm gonna hold myself. I'm gonna pause myself real quick here. Look at that, Reina and Violet getting close. And Violet takes a spot. Reina at the back out like an absolute, like at the back out instantly, because I think there was a slight bit of contact, and Reina steered away as quick as possible from the 94. Even I got scared. I thought they made contact, like the both of them will be going off. Oi. Don't scare me like that, people. Come on. Just trying to have fun. Either way, Audi, of course, we're racing in a GT in the BMW. And Danny Ellister also racing in the same series as Audi in the GT. And he races in the Mercedes MG GT3. There's little stuff like that. That's really fun to point out. Like, wow, these drivers don't only race in one specific series, they race in multiple series. They race in GT, they race in prototype, they race in Formula, they race in stock car. Some do. There's some in here race in stock car. Many of them race in GT, and few of them race in Formula in the prototype series. Oh, it is getting dark. It is getting dark here, people. Goodness gracious. As we look at Shiny, she's about to cross the line here, now gets ahead of all the others, and lap 20 out of 43, meaning that we're gonna have our 10-lap race report. As I think Reina over there slipped for a second, scared the ever-living hell out of me. I thought Reina spun out over there, but Reina still has the car under control, and these two are still side to side. This is the greatest battle. Oh my lordy lord. I'm actually wait for the 10-lap race report. I do want to see how those two will be fighting. And I think, yeah, they're gonna be fighting again later on. Either way, 10-lap race report. Currently taking a look at the standings here, we see that Zach still had 3 positions gained throughout the race. And nothing much has changed. Not much with Lintz, not much with Audi. And Audi has more so been dealing with his own problems, as he's already over 18 seconds away from the Audis. So the Audis are pretty much like unreachable. But Shiny, same story, also unreachable, both of them. Either way, that pretty much sums up the LMP3, and I feel like Shiny will pit first because she has been pushing like crazy. So I feel like she'll pit first, and then we'll have the Audis pit and then the Porsches. That's my prediction for the LMP1. The LMP3, however, where we see Dory in the lead, and he has been in the lead for more than half of the race so far. And we have Purple in second, 4.5 seconds away from Dory Kodo. KL6 in third, and making that your top 3 here. Blue Demon in fourth, and he has been having issues here and there. Violet Sky and Renacci both duking out for that 5th spot. And this has been going on for multiple laps here and there. Ellie in 6th and Miu in 7th. Of course, had problems here and there. had to pit multiple occasions. Well, not really pit, but got sent to the pits to come back onto the race. Very unfortunate that that happened to me. As we are looking at Artie. Hold on. Let's quickly go to the race real quick as we have Artie who he beached this car. And I think there's another car that also beached. But Artie beaching the vehicle. And that is done deal right here for the 11. It's the second time that we've seen him beach in, or just stop in general in LRS prototype. It is not going great for him, and Artie gets sent back to the pits. Either way, my predictions for LMP3. I do expect Reina or Valiska, one of the two, to overtake Blue the Demon at one point. That's really pretty much my prediction. As KL6! And it looks like Ellie also. KL6 into the not a great start for any of these. The sun sets and everyone is crashing at the moment. But yes, it is getting very dark here at Autopolis. The sun is setting and the headlights are turning on. We're about to be racing under the stars here at Autopolis. And now it's going to be a bit of a difficult situation as, like, you really have to trust the road. You have to know how the road is shaped, where to drive, how fast to go, when to brake, how much to brake. It is now you, the road, your car, and your knowledge. And also just how your guts. It is also your guts that is also involved in this. Because if you don't have the guts to do it, yeah, you're going to be driving slow. So look at Violet Sky. Currently in 10th, and Reina got still ahead. KL6 a whole lap down. This puts Blue in podium. But let's see if he could keep that spot and get that podium for himself. Bro, that blue lighting over there is so damn cool. And Shiny spinning along with Zach, both of them. No, Zach is all fine. Shiny, however, oi, oi, oi. Shiny's race, done deal right here. And this is not a great thing to see. Oh no, this is not a great thing to see. Shiny's race completely done. And now, it's gonna be a 1-2 for the Audis again. Oh no, no. What have you done, Shiny? Either way, now the race leader has changed to Zach. And Lynn's not that far away either. And now Shiny's gonna push like a mofo. Reina side to side with Blue the Demon. And Chaos 6 really close to Ellie. It's not gonna really work, since if he does get ahead, yeah, then he's still a whole lap down. So congratulations, but that's not gonna work, fan. That's Reina is now podium, and Blue is out of it. So looking at Blue the Demon. Of course, he lost that position from Reina, but Reina keeps charging. Reina keeps charging like an absolute maniac, and she's now behind Purple. Let's see if the 44 could get ahead of him. Now you see the Porsche getting ahead of the LMP3s, and you have to see him trying to squeeze that Porsche in between. And that is Audi. I'm gonna Blue the Demon here. And he's trying to catch up with Reina and watch that battle. Whoa! Reina hitting that curb over there really hard. But that shows how aggressive she's racing right now. I don't know who that is. Is that Denny? Wait, is that Denny? I don't know. I think that's Audi. Oh wait, that's Shiny. Oops. Well, that is a good sign. This Shiny is pushing like crazy. And definitely we are also looking at Reina pushing like crazy. As Purple's also pushing Reina like crazy. There's a lot of drivers pushing each other like crazy. As Reina takes a spot away from Purple. The 44 is now in second. And I definitely think that that second is going to slowly go into a first. Knowing how fast Reina is going right now on Autopolis, of course, made up multiple spots here and there. Battled with Violet Sky, got ahead. Battled with Blue, got ahead. Battled with Purple, got ahead. And now, battling with... Oi, 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 oi. Battling with Dorikoto. And I definitely know that she'll get ahead. Reina has it. Again, Artie into the grass, into the sand, beach the car. How about Shiny? Shiny's coming over, and she'll overtake the 11 here. And Artie again off the track, Dory into the pits. And now Reina in the lead. And I think we're gonna have our pit stop moments here, people. I think now is gonna be the time when LMP Freaks will start pitting. But I cannot tell if that is an actual pit stop or if that is a crash or something. No, it looks like it was a crash. Oh no. Artie also over there. It is going downhill for everyone right now. Meanwhile, Blue the Demon could go into second. And now already back into the field, back into the race, and back in the game, but far, far down. And that must be devastating to know and to deal with, of course. So we have lap 30 as Zach crosses the line. Then the race leader so far. I'm gonna take a look at the standing so far, or the 10-lap race report. Zach making up 4 positions, and Artie, of course, has lost multiple times. Shiny also earlier this race fell into or spun out and went into the sand and beached her vehicle. And Artie on multiple occasions beached this vehicle. Meanwhile, the drivers at Audi have no issues. The Audi boys have no issues whatsoever at the moment. If we look at Dorikoto getting close. But for the LMP1, there's been lots of drama. And I do expect either Linz or Danny even to push towards the Porsches and try to get ahead of Linz, or Linz pushing and getting ahead of Zach, taking a race lead there. For the LMP3, I do expect Of course, well, before I'm do my predictions there. The standings over there in LMP3, me all the way at the bottom, over a whole lap down. Dori Goto, who I think had to eat a pit, or well, he didn't have to pit. He got sent to the pits by an incident of some sort. So I think that might have been the reason why. Meanwhile, KL6, same story, also beached the car, and Miyu beached the car on multiple occasions. I think Dori also same story. Ellie, all the way in 10th, but still on the points margin. Same story for Violet Sky. Blue the Demon also. Oi, oi, oi. And, well, speaking about Blue the Demon, that man almost slide all over the block. He is behind KL6 at the moment, but in front of KL6, it was a whole lap down. We have Purple, and that is the one he's trying to hunt down. So I do predict that Blue will get Purple, and eventually Violet also will get Purple. But we'll see how that goes. And that's what I would say is the 10 lap race report. Looking back at the race, we have Violet Sky so far. And what I was talking about beforehand, it was the multiple or the drivers in what series. I already talked about the LMP1, and I want to talk about the LMP3 too. So the LMP3 drivers are as, if not more impressive than LMP1 drivers in different series. Of course, Reinachi races the Nissan, but Reina has been having a lot of issues, and it has been confirmed by LRS that by the LRS race control that the cars, the Nissans and the BMWs, will be replaced in the future by different vehicles. So there's going to be testing around that, as the pace from those cars are completely off compared to the other cars. Like, we have McLarens, Mercedes, and Ferraris and Lamborghinis who are going against each other. Meanwhile, the Nissans and the BMWs are so far back. It is very unfortunate that Shiny gets hit right there by Blue the Demon. And now, the one again, same story. Now onto the side, but she does get that car back into the field. Big wreck, and now she beats the car. Good job. For God's sake. Shiny, you're better than this. Now she gets the... Shiny, you're better than this. Those are the people you're supposed to get, man. Oy, oy, oy. Well, there goes Shiny's entire race. Beach the vehicle like that. And it's done deal. That turn, these turns are so dangerous. You have to be careful on some of these curbs here and there. And now Shiny into the pits. Whoa. Not a great day for the Toyota in the slightest. And now Shiny a whole lap down. It is so unfortunate how that one went. Pole position and all the way down at the bottom at the moment. It is not a thing you would love to have in the slightest. Very unfortunate how that happened. Meanwhile, we have Violet Sky getting close and close to Blue Demon here. Gonna try to go for an overtake here. Never see her trying to push that car as much as possible. And the two Audi boys are fighting back there. As we saw Lynn's getting closer and closer to Zach. Meanwhile, the battle behind, or well, up front, I would say a whole lap down, a few laps down, in fact. We have Dory against KL6. And that is all for that 11th spot. But the 11th spot is more so whatever. These two already crashed and spun up beforehand. So now they are here, all the way in the back. Multiple laps down, but these two fighting, I mean, hey, it's still two drivers going against each other. You can have more fun than that. Meanwhile, we're looking at Linz. See, he gets to the side, he gets ahead. Lots of sparks being thrown and flung and sprung are all over the place. Being slung everywhere, lots of sparks being thrown. That's all because of Zach's Audi, but also because of Linz's Audi, because they take very, very aggressive lines here. Violet Sky also sparking here and there. I can't tell if that's just because of the elevation or damage. No, it was the elevation. Looking at Violet Sky so far in 9th in the points. Meanwhile, Blue the Demon even closer, even on the podium, in fact. And the distance between him and the purple is getting larger and larger, unfortunately. But meanwhile, it's getting better for Violet Sky. She's getting closer and closer to Blue. So I do expect any of them to battle at one point. Linz, meanwhile, also battling against Zach. I'd love to see a lead change here between those two. Because we're talking about two of the top drivers. One that won the Daytona prototype race, and also Zach, the driver who ended up second. Of course, the two Audi boys. fastest lap being set by Danny Allister as we have a battle here. Now we're gonna look at these two getting close to each other as Linz gets on the curbstones and drove them. He rode those curbs, and don't do that, not at all, the Poles. That could be dangerous. Note from experience. So I've spun out multiple occasions on those places. Meanwhile, we're looking at Zach in the lead. And Linz, who was close to overtaking. You never see him try to keep that pressure on Zach. He wants to get ahead so badly. Let's see if he does get ahead. Now blue closer to purple. And this is going to be great for him. He's now the 25. Could try to turn that third into a second and get a better podium position than ever. Shiny coming closer and closer to Artie. And at least she could get herself a 4th spot. EWC tried to get ahead. And it's going to be very easy for that Toyota right there. But now she's a whole lap down. Unfortunately, she's a whole lap down. But that's not going to make her stop racing. She's going to keep on racing. She knows she cannot get anything higher than a 4th. But she'll take that 4th. It's still points worthy. Blue closer and closer to purple. Let's see if he can do it. So we're looking at Blue the Demon in 3rd in the LMP3 class, 8th overall here. And here on the straightaway, he could try to get an overtake. Meanwhile, Violet Scouser wants to have a piece of the pie here. You definitely see her try to get closer and closer too. I mean, I think both of them are going to try to overtake Purple in unison. The blue lights here look so cool. It looks like a movie here. Either way, the last time we're gonna do this, and of course I did it on Daytona because there was literally one more lap, but we have 3 more laps remaining here at Autopolis. So the 10-lap race report Although we are looking at at a battle between blue and purple as he tries to get ahead of, as the 25 tries to get ahead of the 14. You can look at that at the bottom right, but either way, here we have the standing so far. Zach all the way first, Linz a second, and for a slight moment there was a chance that Linz could have gotten the first, but he drove way too aggressive, and now I thought for a second, sorry, that camera angle scared the shit out of me. I thought he crashed. That's why I raised my voice there for a second. But my apologies. Linz, he had a chance to get ahead of Zach, and he was riding the curbstones, and that did not go well, which made him lose that, which made him gain lose distance from, not be close enough to Zach. They try to go for an overtake right away. Danny Elster, he has been driving already, and all he has to do is not mess up. Meanwhile, Shiny messed up again and had to be sent back to the pits after she spun out, and she spun out, and she had to be sent back to the pits, got hit by one of the LMP3 cars by accident. And now, Blue the Demon, is he gonna get the second spot? Oi, oi, oi! There goes Linz! Can Linz bring the car back? No! Linz stops! Linz is standing still right now. Why does this happen again? He got the car back. That was a good thing. But now, this is a bigger chance for Danny Ellister. Well, not that big of a chance, but there is a slight chance for Danny Ellister. Either way, back to the 10-lap race report. Yeah, well, right now we also have Linz messing up over there. And Blue the Demon did get ahead of Purple, and now he has the second spot. So yeah, much has happened in LMP1, but the winner is definitive at this point. Either way, LMP3, Renacci in the lead after I forgot who was leading. Was it Purple? Yeah, Purple got overtaken by Reina. Blue also got Purple also got overtaken by Blue, as that was one of the predictions I had, and it was really nice to see. And now, Purple in third on the standings, or in third here in all the polls. Let's see if any of the drivers have the could do it to get ahead, if anyone has the guts and the speed to get ahead of Purple still. But I doubt it. And meanwhile, nothing much has happened. No pit stops, surprisingly. No pit stops for the LMP3. And no pit stop for the LMP1 either. So it has been a full clean slate of a race. No pitting, and that was pretty much it. As this is the last time we're going to be doing the time-lap race report. And we will find out who's going to be the race winner here at Autopolis. As we are looking back at the race here, Shiny all the way in fourth, but as I said, it is better than nothing to be in fourth. Gets closer to Danny Alistair there, but not much of use for the one after all of the chaos she has gone through here in Autopolis. It has been a hellhole. It's been a hellscape for these drivers. So much drama happened, and the best have survived. We're waving white flag. One more lap to go here at Autopolis. Zach in the lead, and he has been in the lead for a while. Linz is second. He messed up, of course, and that's that time when we had to cut straight to the race as opposed to the quali, or as opposed to the race report thing. Danny Allister, multiple times in the pits or multiple times off the track, but he is here with the two Audi boys on the pits today. That's a really nice thing to see. Shiny, whoa! Speaking about Shiny, spun out and into the. This is not how you can end it, girl. That's not how you can end it, Shiny. This is not how you can end it. Oh my god. Oh no, Shiny. Either way. Jesus Christ, man. Either way. The LMP3 has seen lots of things happen. Of course, one of them was Dorikoto, I think. He was leading, I think, for a while. And he got sent to the pits. Meanwhile, Reina took that spot away and is now going to be leading. As we look at Zach coming over to the straight as we're waving the black and white checkered flag. The 43, it's going to be a back-to-back to Audi as Zach takes the victory here at all the polos. And Linz, passing the LMP3 there, takes that second spot away. And that is his to claim. And although it was a dramatic time, but either way, Reina wins the LMP3 race here. And although it was a dramatic time for the Porsches at Daytona, it's going to be a great day here for the Porsches at all the polos, and Danny Allister brings it home to third. Already coming home in fourth despite all of the chaos he's been through. And you can see that on the car. That car tells stories. And Violet Sky in fourth, blue in second, purple in third. It is a 1, 2, 3. Beautiful 1, 2, 3 right there. And last but not least, we also have Miyu crossing the line here. As she has gone through a lot. But there's another driver that's gone through way more here today. And that is none other than Shiny, who does bring it to the starting line or to the finish line eventually. But due to all of the chaos she had to deal with, I think it is nice that she can finally finish this race and end up in fifth. Wow, what a race. Christ almighty. It was Zach, Linz, Danny, Audi, Shiny. There's LMP1, LMP3 was Reina, blue, purple, violet, Ellie. And then it was Dory, 6 and Miyu. And the fastest lap made by Audi. Yeah, it's going to be taking a look at the results here. Linz leading the championship. Zach in second, Shiny and Danny both tied, and Audi in fifth with 14 points. In LMP3, we have purple leading, blue in second, Reina also second, Ellie in fourth, and Dory in fifth, and still Miyu kills sixth with 0 points under their name. But we'll be finding out if they can get themselves some points. It's about to go next to Interlagos 42.